Hi there, a very good evening and good morning to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live in this live session with you again. Hoping that you all are well and wanted to have a session somewhere in night time because of it being a Thursday. So I've shifted the timing between 9 and 9:30. We'll talk about cricket, we'll talk about stocks, we'll talk about many companies. Good evening, Jayashree. Uh, Hello, Straight Path. Hi, Shivram. Uh, so, Ravi, hi. Hopefully, more people would join in at this night hour, and we are going to discuss something very interesting. There are a couple of companies that have come in my radar, which could do extremely well going forward. I have been talking about these companies for months and have made videos on it as well. One is a travel play, and the other one is into, you can say, electronic manufacturing. So you might have guessed the second company. The travel play I'll describe in a while. Uh, so another new high for the market. Let more people join in for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll discuss about the main topics of the two stocks that I wanted to discuss. Uh, I'll talk about ITC as well. We'll talk about ITC a little bit. So basically, see, the markets have hit a new high on the back of ITC doing well, on the back of Reliance, which have been doing well, and there have been other companies as well in the, you can say, auto and metal sector that is performing. IT has performed well over the last 1 week. What I'm seeing right now, and I have talked about this about a week, 10 days back as well, although I'm not very good with the markets and the predictions, but 20,000 would be something that we are looking forward to by next year. Maybe earlier than that, but most probably by next year, 20,000 could be upon us. And if things really go right, if there are, you can say, reforms done on the oil front, and the oil prices that are, you can say, scaling ahead, we could see 23 to 25,000 on the Nifty. So, uh, basically, this market is not very expensive. I've talked about that earlier as well. 850 rupees EPS expected in FY23. At around 17,000, it was trading at 20 times, and now it is closer to 21 times 1 year forward. It is not extremely expensive, and I believe we could still go at least 20% higher from here if the numbers really support. And what we are witnessing with the kind of vaccination, number of vaccinations that are taking place. So I was able to see today that around 58 to 60 lakh, around 60 lakh or more than that, vaccination were done today. Things are getting better, and more than 60 crore doses being administered already. If we think that the third wave, whatever kind of force that it would come to, would come in October or mid October and will stay till end of November, then by that time, I won't be surprised if we have around 70 to 75 crore doses put forward, even around 80 crore doses. So, in my opinion, the third wave will not be that menacing as the second was. It could be along the lines of the first one. So, in terms of business perspective and the companies, and the scare of a shutdown, or things really getting back to what it was in 2020, I don't think that is going to take place. And that is why we have seen stocks like IRCTC do extremely well. We have seen how IRCTC has performed over the last 4 months. I have talked about IRCTC many times over the last year, year and a half, and hopefully many of you would have bought into it. A disclaimer, I have it. So the reason why it has been scaling new highs is the fact that we are not going to see such kind of numbers as we have seen over the last 2 years. We are going to see completely different set of numbers, say 2 years from now, especially from FY23 onwards. So in 6 months time, this third wave thing would be over for sure in the next 3-4 months time, and then you will see how things pan out. After that, it would be, the numbers would be pretty good, and that's why the buying is already taking place. And I won't be surprised if the buying is from the you can say institutions, if there is heavy buying from the institutions that has taken place, and the public shareholding has gone down. So we'll see in the September shareholding that would come out in a month's time or so. So basically, what is taking place right now is that best of the companies are doing extremely well. They are being bought into. You look at the larger companies like Asian Paints, Pidilite, etc., that have also done well, and even the mid and small caps. In the mid and small caps, the polycaps of the world, and many others in all sectors have done appreciably well. So what lies ahead, I believe, is that there could be corrections. There could be corrections of 5% to 7%, etc. But we are not going to witness the same amount of, say, 15-20% nifty correction that will take place immediately. And if that happens, if that really happens, that will be a huge buying opportunity. So now let's come back to the main focus of the video itself. So one of the stocks that many of you would have guessed is for the short term, and that pick is Dixon Technology. And we all know about the company. I've talked about the company a lot in my videos, etc. Another video on Dixon would be coming up tomorrow. So I'll make a video on a long term basis of what the company can do. But on a shorter term charts, what it looks like is that around 4,000 to 4,300, this 300 point range is a very good support that it is building. It is consolidating, and the breakout can happen anytime. So around 4,200, 4,250, it's a very good buy with a 10% stop loss of 3,800. And it looks like with the Diwali season and everything that is coming up, these 2 quarters are big for Dixon between October till March. So both the December quarter and March quarter are big for something like a Dixon Technology. I believe that we are headed to 6,000 at least over the next 6 months. So a good 40% upside is possible. I think the consolidation is on the verge of being at a completion. Yes, we could see a fall. There's no doubt that we could see even a 200-300 point fall. Keep a deeper stop loss at 3,800. Buy the stock, hold over the next 6 months. I think over the next 6 months, you will see the stock scale past something like 6,000, closer to 5,800, 6,000. Harveer, thanks for your contribution. If you have any query, you can shoot that to me. Thanks for being a supporter on Patreon as well. Uh, Dixon Technology on a short-term basis headed to 6,000. On a longer-term basis, with a market cap closer to 25,000 crore, I will not be surprised at all if it doubles in the next couple of years. I will not be surprised at all if it goes up 4x from here in the next 4 years or so, 3 to 4 years. I think there is still a long way to go for the company. Yes, it has become a big 7-8 bagger already in the last 2 3 years, but now since the consolidation has already taken place, I think if you can hold 4 5 years, this could be a 4x from these levels. 1 lakh crore market cap could be coming by FY26. That is by 2025 December, you may see the stock at a market cap of 1 lakh crore. They are doing a lot of things. I won't say you go ahead and jump in and buy at these levels. What you do is you buy some here, you buy some on declines. You keep hold. If you have bought say 10-12%, if there is 8-10% holding of your complete portfolio into it, you just hold, don't add, don't do anything. I think 6,000 is an immediate target in something like Dixon Technology. The second stock that I want to talk to you about, and many people are running after hotel stocks, are running after other travel plays, and we have seen the best of the travel play has been IRCTC, and most of the people missed out on it, thinking it was expensive at 1,700, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, etc. Another stock that has been scaling new highs, and I'm gladly surprised that it has done that. In You can say about a year back, I have talked about this company. and this is a very good proxy to travel. So rather than going for a airline companies, rather than going for debt laden hotel companies, we could have bought into a vip. And I have talked about a vip from 350, 360 uh, levels. So Shamid Ali, thanks for your contribution. If you have any queries, you can shoot that to me. So 350, 360 was one of the levels where it was consolidating, 330, 360 last year. And now it has gone past 500. It is around 490, 500. I think there's a long way to go in the stock. Those who have it from 370, 380, 400 levels, keep on holding. Those who don't have, start buying at these levels on declines to 470. If you're lucky, you get the stock at 460, 470, you buy. The bigger breakout is expected above 545. Above 545, if it closes, this stock is headed first to 630 immediately, and then to 880 within 3 4 months. And I will be looking at a target of 1100 over the next 18 months. So 1100, if it crosses 545, 550 is what I feel on VIP. Uh, do not rush to buy because there is strong resistance between 520 and 540. You will get opportunity, just buy few here, buy some around 470, 480, and you'll be able to have good average price even at these elevated levels that you're thinking. At 550 it will be making new highs, and normally these companies, whenever they make new highs, and a good quality consumer companies end up doubling within 2 years. And that's why I'm saying around 18 months you could see, once the breakout takes place, within 18 months you could see 1100, 1080, 1070 on the stock. So vip is a more lucrative, you can say, trade that could be taken, considering even if it has gone up 50% already from 320, 330, those levels when I talked about vip a lot. I think there's a long way to go for the company. The market cap is extremely less when you consider the kind of business that vip does. So Dixon Technology and vip are my picks. Let's see how they do, but both picks are slightly longer term, not quite 1 month or 15 days or intraday trades, which I never take up. So these are the calls that I wanted to talk to you about. Uh, Now I'm ready to answer your queries. You can shoot that to me. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature. That will help me grow the channel. That will help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail from me. All right, and you can support me on Patreon as well. Those who are supporting me on Patreon, a strong gratitude to all of you, a big gratitude to all of you. I hope I'm able to come up to the expectations and able to answer your queries. Yes, the number of podcasts on short-term calls have reduced because of my health. It has been up and down, but hopefully from next month onwards, or hopefully from next week onwards, things will get much better. I'm also working on my tutorial on my course, so hopefully that will be out in a month or 2 months time for all of you at affordable prices for you to get into, if you would like to have that a complete course on what I have gone through and what you all or what investors could learn from it. This is the Patreon link that I'm sharing with all of you. uh, all right. Manmohan, thank you for your contribution. Just to thank you for helping us to hold a strong portfolio, build a strong portfolio. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And those who want to say build separate portfolios, those who want, they have some stocks and they would require any kind of one-on-one discussion, they can email me and we can work things out with a fee. Would be glad to help you out. Although I'm not a NSC and BSc member, kindly take that on note before emailing me. All right. So Tanla Solutions 900,000. It has been revolving around that. Uh, I believe that it is expensive. Let the numbers come in. I would avoid at these levels, Tanla. Sequence Scientific disclaimer. I have the stock. Maybe so. I have the stock and would continue to hold that. I'm very confident with the Carlyle Group in it. There is you can say there is a sell-off that has taken place after the previous quarters numbers, which were bad. To tell you frankly, bad. They were not like up to the mark, but they were extremely bad. And they have given a guidance that the September quarter will not be that great. So September quarter will also be something that might be not that great, and that's why the selling is taking place. It's a buy around 200. If it comes to 200 190, I'm still confident the story will continue on sequent. Hindustan food is good, but you need to be patient now in the stock, which has already been 4x in a year. So from 500 to 2000 in no time, in fact, 500 to 3000. And then the decline has taken place of 6x and then is consolidating. And normally, when stocks go up like this, go up in a manner where it goes up 5 6x, then they consolidate a lot, and that is what is being happening. Happiest Minds 3 years, it's a doubler at least. I think 3000 is what I feel is possible. 1500, I would say it is a buy at these levels. Again, a disclaimer, I have the stock, but it has been consolidating between 1450 and 1520. It is around those levels. So it's a buy at these levels. That's what I would suggest to Mr. Pawar. Yeah, Lincoln Pharma is a good stock, but I would get into something like a Lawrence, get into something like a DV's, Dr. Reddy's, etc., rather than going further down the ladder. That would be my suggestion. Okay, yes. So international cricket. So I just forgot that. Thanks for reminding me, Shikhar. So Virat Kohli retires from international cricket. I'm sorry, from T20 international cricket. I hope he doesn't retire that quickly from international cricket altogether. So he has given up the captaincy, I'm sorry, of T20 internationals. Uh, my feeling is that he has been forced to do that. Although this could be a controversial remark, but my feeling is that he had it in mind to leave one of the formats, and so he wanted to, probably he would have announced after the World Cup, but and this is good thing because I believe that he should concentrate on his batting. uh, Although I'm none compared to him in terms of cricket, but what I feel psychologically is what is happening is that the performance in England has not been that great. Although India has went on to do well, would have won the series if the fifth test would have taken place. I'm confident India would have ended up winning the series, but they were not outright winners, which they should have been. So there is an incline, I believe, that 30 20 30% Kohli, Virat Kohli wanted to leave the captaincy, but on a majority front, it was the BCCI framework that has made him do that, and it is kudos to the BCCI if that has taken place, because I believe that it's time for Mr. Virat Kohli to start scoring centuries again. It has been around 40 or 50 innings before he has done that. Hopefully, he'll be able to do it after the T20 World Cup, probably when India visits South Africa. They have a home series against New Zealand. So, hopefully, he'll be able to do that after relinquishing one of the, you can say, one of the jobs as captains. I think he's going to relinquish the one day captaincy as well going forward. I think he's going to be a test captain. Overall, India don't play so much of one day cricket. Probably they'll do that at the fag end of 2022, when the World Cup of 2023 will be upon us. But I think we are now gearing up for Rohit Sharma for being the captain in both the formats of the white ball cricket, and that will be good. And Virat Kohli taking helm of Test cricket. Remember, in Test matches, Virat Kohli has done really well being a captain. We saw that at Lords. We have seen that how India has performed in all the Test matches in England, and the way we have performed all across the globe, especially in India. India have been one of the forces to reckon with. Same as it was before in the 90s, when we were like unbeatables. India were unbeatable at home, and this is what being brought about again by Virat Kohli, and the kind of you can say the fast bowlers arena that he has brought up with around 7 to 8 fast bowlers that India has. I think being a test captain takes a lot out of you, and I hope he continues to be the captain of the test team. And I think Rohit Sharma will continue to be the captain of the white ball team. I think he'll do well the way he captained in the Asia Cup with a weaker side compared to what Kohli used to have. So I am not in favor or against anyone. I love watching India win. I must say that I've been watching cricket since I was around 5 or 6, and it is a really proud moment the way Indian cricket is performing at the moment, and Indian hockey is performing at the moment, both sports, hockey and cricket. So looking forward to the Asian Champions Trophy in hockey in October, and women's and men's, and looking forward to the World T20 in October, although I don't watch much T20. About other international cricket, a lot of things happening in Pakistan. So looking forward to the Pakistan New Zealand series. I think New Zealand are no pushovers even with this weaker side. So we'll see how they perform uh, from tomorrow onwards, and then the T20 World Cup for sure. All right. So back to stocks, back to the markets. So the other questions that are coming up. So Apex Frozen and both Apex Frozen and the other stock in this Avanti feeds. See, if you have 3 4 year time frame, you can definitely buy them. They will perform only when you can say international trade becomes big, things open up big time, and people are able to, you can say, the sales you can say grow substantially. All right. Raji, Acrysel is looking like breaking out. I believe Acrysel could be headed towards 850, 880. Uh, Over a 6 to 8 months period, Acrysel looks good. If you have it, hold. If you don't have it, wait for any declines to buy. You can buy at these levels as well. But if you have slightly longer term time frame, Acrysel will end up doing even better. All right. Cheviot is an avoid, that would be. Aarti Drugs is an avoid. Syngene is a very good company, just that it has been a frustration similar to what has happened with Airtel for many months. And we saw what happened with the Airtel. So hopefully Syngene, when it breaks out, it will break out big time. All right. Phenotex Chemicals is a good stock, but I think chemical stocks are ultra expensive at the moment. I would not try to get into it at these kind of valuations. Cosmo Films is good. The numbers are pretty good, and in fact, all these packaging and films companies are doing well. You can pick any one of them from a 2 3 year point of view. They will end up doing even better. IRCTC looks like headed towards 4200 on the short term, but there is a decline. There is a kind of correction that is possible, say in the immediate term. So wait for that correction to 3500, 3300, around those levels, and then probably get into such a stock. All right. Visaka industry, I need to analyze, and only then I'll be able to probably let you know as to how the stock would end up doing. Ultratech, see, cement companies, I can tell you one thing: cement companies at these valuations can be bought. My best pick here is Dalmia Bharat. Dalmia Bharat is doing a lot of things in terms of opening up new showrooms, etc. I think it will continue to perform even at these valuation. It's a buy. Same with Ultratech, same with the ACC. I think October to March will be big for all the cement and construction companies. So yes, if you don't have it, get into them on declines, buy them. I'm not saying they're going to double or make you 60 70%, but over 6 months 20 to 25% upside is very much possible in these kind of stocks. You can, I have to look at, and only then I can let you know. I don't know about the company that much. All right. What else? What all questions have come up? Let me have a look at those. Jubilant Ingrevia is a decent company, but I would still prefer getting into a Lawrence, Davies, Dr. Reddy's, or even an Aurobindo, which is coming out of a lot of trouble rather than getting into this one. Amtar Tech is a very, very interesting company. I've been looking at it for the last few days as to what it does. I think it's a buy, but have a 4 or 5 year time frame. That will make you a lot of money. Not that if you buy, you'll make money in 3 4 months. Short term, it's a no. For a 5 6 year or a portfolio kind of a company, it's a very unique business. I'll come up with a video soon on it. I'm trying to make one, so then you'll be able to understand. But the business is extremely unique. I like the kind of business that it does, and the valuations could keep being very expensive in terms of MTAR. All right. Thank you, Manmohan, for your contribution. Kilpest. Kilpest is, see, waiting for, well, first the dividend would come out, but waiting for the 3B Black Bio listing, waiting for NSC listing, waiting for all the demerger, etc. The stock could do its own thing. 480 to 580 probably would be the range. It's a huge range because it's a very small company, 350 400 crore market cap company, very few shares that is in the market. So yes, but I think Kilpest over 3 years could be big from here. Even from these levels could be big. I'm looking at a market cap of 2000 to 2500 crores over the next 4 or 5 years on Kilpest. Deepak Nitrite, well, the stock keeps going up. I keep saying that it's expensive. It keeps going up. So you can probably have a trailing stop loss and trade into it. But I won't be buying at these valuations. Rosari Biotech, Sumita, I would say that it's a good stock. If you have it, hold. If you don't have it, don't buy. There are other sectors. I mentioned a couple of companies already that are set to do even better rather than biotech companies, etc., which were doing well over the last 2 years. Okay. Newgen Software is good at these levels. Buy and hold for a couple of years would give you 30 40% upside. It's a very decent company. Newgen is. What else? I would stay away from metal companies at the moment. Steel Authority of India or etc. The charts are looking weaker than stronger at the moment. There could be you can say breakdown of the charts that take place. Escorts, I would say, and avoid. The move has taken place. Difficult to buy at these levels. I would avoid it. Thanks for your contribution, Jen. eClerx is a good company. If you have it, hold. It's a decent company. If you don't have it, don't get into it. There are other IT companies that I've talked about earlier, which you can still buy, hold for 2 3 years, and make a lot of money. I've talked about Tanla, so you can reverse the tape and probably understand how it is. IRFC, I would prefer an IRCTC even at these levels. If you get it at 3500, 3400, get into an IRCTC rather than buying an IRFC. See, Easy Trip is a very, very good company. The only thing is it has run up so much that probably wait for declines to buy into something like an Easy Trip. Won't like to just jump in the way it is going up. So won't like to comment on that. Long term, Loris Lab looks good. A doubler in the next 2 2.5 years. 1300 could be coming on the stock. So it's a good stock to buy into. Okay. Polycap is good. It's just that you buy some here, wait for 2200 to buy more, wait for 2000 to buy more if it falls. Otherwise, you get into it. I think it is also one of the stocks which will do extremely well 18 months from now. Things will look totally different for these kind of companies. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks for being online. Would be online again on Sunday, but on Sunday I'll be online in afternoon. Hopefully around 2 p.m. or so. I'll let you know. Thank you. Kindly do support me on Patreon. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel for sure. There's very low subscription that is taking place. Kindly do subscribe. Thank you.